here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to yoga class. Enjoy this 45 minutes. We're going to find our groove here today. So let's come and sit back on our heels, or we can come into a seated position like this. And I want you to take on whatever position you are comfortable with. You always have the option to take your block and sit on this to lift your hips up a little bit. So just take on what you find is most comfortable for you. Let's begin here by taking a nice deep inhale. And I want you to exhale through the mouth. Drop the shoulders down. And we're going to do this just 3 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One last time. Inhale. And nice big deep exhale. Letting all of that air out. Beautiful. Let's take our right arm, bring it up with a nice big breath in. Exhale, taking it over into a side stretch. So really lifting up here and reaching with our fingertips to take it over to the side. Lovely. Just a little warm up to get started. Release that arm down. Let's come to the other side. Big inhale. Lift up and exhale, take it over. Try to keep both hips really rooted into the mat if you can. And gently take it back. Let's take a gentle twist here. So take both hands, turn to the right. Just a gentle twist and take your gaze past that right shoulder. Creating some space before we get started. And gently come back to center. Take a breath in. Sitting nice and tall. And as you exhale, create that movement to the other side. Take your gaze past your left shoulder. Making it feel as good as it can possibly feel. If you feel this is too much for you, come back, find your groove where you have your breath and where it really, truly feels good. So come on up here onto all fours. And we're going to start with cat-cow. We're going to warm up through the spine. So drop the belly down, take an inhale. Push your hands away from your yoga mat. Carve that line with your nose. And as you exhale, pull that belly in. Drop the belly. Take that inhale. And exhale. Try to make that breath as uniform as you can. Take your time. Here, no rush. There's never, ever any rush. Just finding what it feels good for you. It's a very, very important part of yoga. Exhale. And last time, drop the belly with an inhale. And exhale, pulling in. And coming back to neutral spine. All right, let's take our knees as wide as our yoga mat. We're not going to come back into extended yet, but what we're going to do, we're going to take that right hand and we're going to bring that hand just behind that left wrist. We're going to drop the head down here to your mat, or option to use your block. It's always that option to rest the side of your head onto your block. Taking it down. Stay nice and stable and firm in your abdominal region. In other words, nice and engaged in the belly. Feeling that nice stretch in that right shoulder. Keeping that breath following through. Once again in this pose, finding our groove, whatever that means to you. Take one last breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to push that left hand, fingertips and all, into the yoga mat. Push ourselves back up. We're going to come back here, so we're going to push the bum back towards the heels. Let the arms and hands release in front. Drop the head down. Feeling that nice stretch through the back body. Option once again to use the block to rest your head. And let's take one more inhalation. And exhale, moving forward, sliding the hands back just a little bit. Take one cat-cow here with legs extended. Take your breath. Exhale, pulling that belly in. And release, come to stillness, neutral spine. All right, guys, let's go to the other side. Take that left hand and send it through behind that right wrist. Drop the head down. Feel the stretch in the shoulder. Feel the gentle twist in the side body. Keeping your breath here, relaxing through with every movement and every breath. And here you go. Give me one more inhale. And exhale. Now push the fingertips of that right hand into the mat. Take it all the way up. Now keep your hands as wide as your yoga mat here. So each hand to the edge of the mat. Join the two big toe mounds together. Drop the belly down. Take that breath in. And a nice big exhale through the mouth. Drop that belly down. Nice big exhale through the mouth. And come back here to neutral spine. Bring the knees just hip width apart. Curl the toes in under. Feel that nice stretch to start. Maybe move your hands out further towards the top edge of the mat. And from here, what we're going to do, we're just going to lift the knees. So take a breath in. Lifting up, just hovering here. There you go. You got it. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Keep that belly nice and strong. And let the knees kiss the mat. Here we go. We're going to do it 2 more times, guys. Inhale. Let the knees hover. Gentle lift. You don't have to go far. Pull the belly in, engage those abdominal muscles, and gently release. One more time. Try to relax the shoulders as much as you can. Here you go. Inhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Take one more breath. And now as we exhale, send the heels back towards the end of the mat here and take it right away into downward facing dog. Root your fingertips into the mat, keeping your feet about hip to shoulder width apart. Let your heart melt down, lifting your kneecaps up and grounding down through your heels. If you want to provide a little bit of strength here for your inner thighs, squeeze them towards each other, coming nice and stable and balanced. Now from here, we're going to cross the left foot over the right, and we're going to enjoy this journey here all the way to the top of the mat. Stay here in this forward fold. Generous bend in the knees. Feel that low back release. Let that tension go. Drop the head down, make the head feel nice and heavy. Finding what feels good for you today. Maybe you want to spend most of this class here in this forward fold if it feels good. And you know what? If you want to, do it. I have no problem with that. You do not have to do everything that I do. You can take on that role of the observer and finding what feels good for you, staying here, or you can come and take part as much as you can and as much as you want to. Take a nice deep breath here and let that breath go. And now from here, we're going to take an inhale. We're going to come up into a halfway lift right here. So nice flat back. And exhale, fold down. Bend the knees. Enjoy the journey here. Take your left leg back, followed by your right. You can come to a full body plank right here, or you can come and let the knees come on down. And then you can lower your belly all the way, elbows in, lower your belly all the way to the mat. Inhale, pushing up just gently, maybe into a baby cobra here to start, or maybe into Sphinx pose. Feeling that nice stretch here in the upper back body. Pulling the shoulders down, away from your ears, creating that space between your shoulders and your ears. And now from here, come all the way to the floor. Keep your hands back by your chest. Curl the toes and under. You can come to knees or to feet. Push yourself up into plank. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Same idea. Back to where we started from. So here we go. We're going to use this class to find what feels good, create a little flow that we're going to enjoy while doing it, and we're going to really enjoy how we feel after. So let's begin. We're going to take that right leg up, three-legged dog. Forget about the height here, doesn't matter. If your leg is here, that's great. And as we take that inhale, we're going to send that leg all the way through. And we're going to stay here in a lunge, low lunge. Once again, if your shoulders pop up, pull them down. To really get this stretch here, I want you to try to take that heel and push it back towards the edge of your mat. If you find placing your hands or fingertips down to the floor is too much, you can use your block, creating that lift. And anytime throughout your practice, if you need to make adjustments, go ahead and do it. You are allowed. So if you're comfortable here, guys, you can stay here. If you want a little more challenge for yourself, root all four corners of this front foot into your yoga mat, keeping that knee bent. Use your core. Come all the way up. And we're going to lower down, come into a little bit of a low lunge here. Beautiful. Nice hip flexor stretch. Yes, 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 yes. Stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sending those hands forward. Taking that front foot back to meet the other. Dropping the knees down. Lower all the way down to your belly. And now push up into Cobra. You got it. Feeling the freeness and the love of this stretch. Giving lots of love into that back body. Beautiful. You got it. Nice. Lower all the way down. From here, curl the toes and under. Come to feet or knees in plank. Pushing your hands away from your yoga mat. Repeat to yourself, I've got this. Exhale. Heels come down. And check it out, guys. If your heels are up here, that's completely fine too. If they touch, that's okay. They don't have to touch, so don't worry one little bit about that. It's okay. Okay, we're going to stay on this same leg. So right leg comes up one more time. Send that leg forward. We're going to anchor this back foot. Send it all the way up. Come into warrior two. Here we go. Imagine somebody pressing on the inside of that knee. You want to keep this leg nice and sturdy because of it. Somebody's trying to push and move that leg and you're kind of pushing back. So think about that. Arms out, warrior two. And now we're going to come up and work that side body again. So drop that forearm down. Reach, 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 reach. Out past your crown. Keep this leg back here and this foot nice and locked into the earth. Reach your fingertips, lengthen through. Take a breath. And exhale, coming back up into reverse. Beautiful. Stay here for a moment. Make it feel good. Even if you're not back this far, maybe you're here just hanging out and you're like, oh wow, this feels so damn good. Stay there. Breathing in and breathing out. And take it back to the front. Take that back foot here, bring it up to meet that front foot. Stay here into your forward fold. Bend your knees nice and generously. Take one hand, hold to each of your elbows. Provide that gentle stretch to the right and to the left. Massaging through our spine that works so very hard to stabilize our core. Come back to the center, drop the hands and the head down. Just take a moment here to find your breath and continue to find your groove. And now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both feet come back one at a time. Take on that plank. Now we're going to add a little challenge in here. Like I said, find your groove. Right hand rooted into the mat, fingertips and all. We're going to take this left hand and we're going to come up into a nice side plank. Couple breaths. And exhale, take it down. And release into downward facing dog. You got it. Once again, here we go. Bring that right leg up. We're going to send that leg forward one more time. This time we're going to turn front. And we're going to drop that right leg down, coming into a nice stretch here for the inner thigh. Now, once again, if you want to lift yourself up and come right here, go for it. Awesome. So think about pushing that inner thigh down towards the floor. And maybe you don't have to push very hard. Maybe you're here, you feel the stretch. If you're good with that, perfect. Stay there. Relax your shoulders. Take a couple breaths here into that inner thigh. Maybe just sit your bum back a little bit. And here we go. We're going to turn this right foot here forward. We're going to come down into a lunge right here. Remember how we did that lunge? We're on the other side now. Remember how we did that lunge right at the beginning? Well, we're right here now onto the other side. Pushing that heel back toward the edge of the mat. Relaxing the shoulders down. Find your comfort here in this pose. And if you have the comfort here, you can stay here. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, think about squeezing each leg towards each other. Provide that lift in the belly and that engagement, and come all the way up, bringing it down. There you go. Stay here for a couple breaths. You got this. I gotcha. Here we go. One more breath. And exhale. Taking that front foot back. Coming into plank. And here, bring the knees down. Let them kiss. Elbows in, let the belly touch. And now inhale, come to upward facing dog or cobra. Beautiful. Release down. Inhale, push yourself back up. Feet to plank or knees, you choose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Breathe with me. Adjust anything you need to adjust. Take the time here for stillness, for breath, and a moment to find yourself to where you are right now in your practice. Let that breath be the energetic force within you and your practice. Here we go. Lift that left leg up. Sending that leg forward. Anchor into this back foot right here. Bring the arms up into warrior 2. Yes, 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 yes. Chest lifted. Legs nice and strong. Feet rooted. And use your foundation here with purpose, with simplicity. And now take a breath. And from here, we're going to come into that side stretch, reaching all the way past your crown. Really root down this foot in the back. Just like your hip is kind of lifting out of its socket. And send those fingers way out past your crown. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen as much as you can. And one more breath. And exhale, bring it back up. And reverse warrior, keeping that front knee bent. Lifting up. Taking it all the way back to a little back bend. Create that space in your chest. Make the stretch feel good. Find where those moments are within your body, where the tension lies. Kind of work through it. Play around with it a little bit. And here you go. Come all the way up. Windmill the arms down. Take that front foot back. Coming into plank once again. Now this time you can come feet chaturanga, upward facing dog, or knees belly cobra. You choose. Elbows in and up. take it down. Push back up into plank, feet or knees. Repeat to yourself, I've got this. And exhale, down dog. Stay here for a couple breaths. And now take that left leg up once again. Send it all the way up. Take that back foot, bring it to meet the front foot. Stay here. And now just feel in this moment maybe your increased mobility, increased flexibility. Just take a moment here, use a few breaths to maybe discover your groove, maybe how you feel you want to finish off this class. Maybe there's something on your own that you want to do. Maybe you want to follow me. Whatever you want to do, I'm completely cool with that. Just remember, yoga is all about options, all about modifications and finding truly what our body feels that it needs at that point in time. So, and yoga is about discovery. We always discover new things every time we reach in and dig into our practice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, release, 1 foot back at a time, coming into plank. Now what we're going to do from here, we're going to come into the left foot, keeping the left hand rooted into the mat. We're going to come up here into the side plank on the other side. So find your side plank. If you want to modify, go ahead and modify. You can be on your forearm, your hand, your hip can be glued to the mat. Take a breath. And exhale, take it down. Come back to your front plank. Drop the knees, lower the belly, elbows in. And release. Inhale, push up. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up. Exhale, release. This time, inhale, press all the way up to plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. Now let's take that left leg one more time. 3-legged dog here. Inhale, send it forward. And now come turn, face front. And we're going to lower down into that inner thigh stretch. On the other side. Awesome. Let the shoulders relax. Pull them down. If you want to use your block, you got it. You know how to use it. And with every exhalation here in this pose, I want you to think about just gently pushing that inner thigh down a little bit more. And press your bum back a little towards the back edge of the mat. Now take one more breath. And exhale. Coming all the way to center. Heel, toe the feet together. And gently bend the knees, taking it all the way up. Okay, so you've got your strap. What we're going to do here, we're going to cross the left foot over the right. We're going to take it all the way down. Seated position. Grab your strap. We're going to stretch our hamstrings, guys. So, let's come down all the way to our back. Take that strap, wrap it around your foot. So right leg extended out, left leg here, comes back up, little bend in that knee. Now if you don't want to keep this right leg straightened, you can bend that knee here as well. So nice little stretch here in the hamstrings, the back of the leg. Stretching the hamstrings here with the strap, we tend to go up into that glute muscle, which feels really good. We tend to get a lot of tightness there, especially if we do a lot of activity, or even if we're sitting all day long, like myself. These stretches feel really good. So option here to do some little circles, counterclockwise and clockwise. This just provides a little bit of movement within the muscle and also a little movement in the hip. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Just little circles. Imagine you have a little tiny ball and you're just taking that foot around the ball. And now just come back to stillness. Try and let your shoulder blades kiss the mat here. Just opening up the chest a little bit. If you want to hold on to the strap with one hand and let the other arm come out to the side. If that's available to you, you can use it. And let's take a couple breaths here to finish before we go on to the other side. And gently release that strap. Bring both knees into the chest. Once again, pulling the shoulders down. Beautiful. I certainly hope that you've found your true groove for this class. And the only thing that I mean by that is finding your groove, is finding your comfort zone, finding what feels good for you, and really acknowledging if it feels great for your body and for your mind. Because that's a lot of what gets us through every day, right? Our thought process, how we feel, how we act, how we react. Extend that left leg out, bring the right into your chest. and how we even deal with certain situations. That's what I mean by finding your groove. Okay, guys, let's go into that other leg. We're going to finish off here now. So once again, legs straight, or you can bend your knee. Maybe I'll just switch over and turn to the other side. Oh, here we go. Right leg up. You can straighten out that leg here, or you can bend the knee. Finding that softness in the shoulders and letting your shoulder blades just connect into the earth. Keeping a slight bend here. You don't want to lock your knee. Slight bend. If you find that this stretch feels really good and you really have your breath kind of mastered here, maybe you want to just close your eyes and relax. Maybe you want to hold on to the strap with one hand and release the other arm out to the side. By using your breath and finding that calmness, it's so much easier to relieve that tension in our muscles, and especially in the muscle that we're trying to stretch here. Now let's provide that counterclockwise and clockwise movement. Doesn't matter what you do first. Visualizing that little ball just coming and circling around it. And now we can go the other direction. And come back to stillness. Take a couple breaths. And gently release. Let's get rid of that strap. Both knees come into the chest. And now let's extend that right leg out, left leg in. I love doing this stretch towards the end of practice when our body is nice and warm. Really makes us feel that we're ready for it, and we can really truly do our best with this particular one. And release both legs down. Okay guys, let's come and finish off here. Relaxation, your favorite part. I know it's your favorite part. Come on down. Let your head rest into the mat. Bring your arms out to the side, palms facing towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. And taking yourself back to being the role of the observer within your own self. I want you to take a moment here and enjoy the peacefulness, enjoy the calmness, and really, truly, thoroughly enjoy how you feel after this practice. And maybe take a moment to discover what you connected with, if anything. Sometimes it's kind of hard to, it's difficult, especially if you're new, to really truly try to connect with something. But when we're working to try and find our groove, we sometimes find that connection within ourselves. Maybe it's just the connection of joy and happiness because you love the way that you feel after. And the more that we love our body, we love how we feel after a practice, it's so much easier to bring that to the outside world. Tell our friends and tell our family. Maybe we can get more people to tune in and join yoga. Once you discover how you feel and discover all of its benefits, I want to just shout out to the world, everybody should do yoga. So true. I believe that. I believe that. I truly believe that. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now because I've been blah, 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 blah. We're going to stop now. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Make it your best. Bring both hands together at the third eye. And maybe repeat to yourself, I think I found my groove. I think I found my groove. Because maybe, just maybe, you did. Until next time, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day and an even better day tomorrow. Namaste.